coming in, a like is going to go a long way. When I do these mobile on location live streams, I can't program it on the desktop first and then do it here, so it becomes a little bit problematic. So really do appreciate you hopping onto these impromptu live streams. I try to go live on Mondays and Fridays at 9 a.m. Central, or to the best of my abilities, right around that time. So again, we're covering advertising mistakes, the most common advertising mistakes that are happening right now. So if you can, as we're going through, if you agree with them or disagree with them, let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, a like is going to go a long way. But let's get started. Number one, the most common mistake that's happening right now is failing to plan, not having a plan. If you don't have a plan in place, then you are shooting at a target that you just can't hit. You might think that it's successful. You might think it's the worst thing in the world, but there's really no way for you to know. If you don't have a plan in order, if you don't have anything in place, there's nothing for it to measure against. So if you have a plan and you execute it and you don't get the results that you wanted in accordance to the plan, well, you can readjust, right? So it gives you that ability. Now, if you go in with vague results, you're going to get vague results, or a vague idea, you're going to get those vague results. So having a plan is going to immensely help you out in something that I see quite a bit where we're running Google ads over here, we're running Facebook ads over here, we're doing some posts over here, we're running Instagram ads, and just all over the place, as opposed to having a plan and sticking to it. So that's something that is happening quite a bit. In order for you to have a plan, we kind of lead into the most common, another common mistake that happens with advertising is not being clear on your objective. What's your goal? What are you looking to accomplish? Are you looking to get leads? Well, in reality, you're not necessarily looking to get leads. You're looking to get conversions. You're looking to get people to either help you buy or sell a home. If you're in the real estate industry, are you looking to sell product? What actually means money in your pocket? What actually constitutes a success for you? What's your goal? As an example, in the real estate space, a lot of you that watch this channel are real estate agents. Well, the goal is not to get 1,000 leads in your CRM. That's not the goal. Is to get 1,000 people that actually buy or sell a house with you. So that is the ultimate goal, having somebody actually use you in the transaction. So I'd much rather us focus on getting 20 people that will actually be quality and give us their information and actually become leads, as opposed to having 1,000 leads over here that doesn't make sense. So again, that's huge, huge, huge. Understanding your objective, understanding your goal and what you want to accomplish, and that's something. It's something that gets overlooked. Now, the third most common mistake that I'm seeing right now is scattering your audience. We don't have an infinite budget. At least I don't. I mean, I may be projecting onto you, but I would suspect that the budget is something that is a concern for a lot of you. It is for me. So when it comes to the audience, we're scattering them out. We're sending the audience over to a website, we're sending them to a YouTube channel, we're sending them to a Facebook page, sending them to wherever you're sending them. So you're scattering your audience and dividing up that attention. We don't have the budget of a Google. We don't have the budget of a Pepsi, of a Coca-Cola, of a Frito-Lay's. We don't have that type of budget. So we cannot afford to put billboards. We cannot afford to do commercials. We cannot afford to pay an influencer. We don't have a lifetime contract to give to a Cristiano Ronaldo, Michael Jordan, LeBron James to sport our gear. So we have to be very focused and concentrate our traffic that we are driving into one centralized location, as opposed to sending the traffic every which way. So that's something that I battle with quite a bit. So I'm actually undergoing a big overhaul right now and doing a there's some courses that I'm discontinuing altogether, and I'm centralizing everything into one location. That's going to be my top of funnel to then spread the message and keep people updated on what I'm doing. So that's something that happens quite a bit, and that's something that you're doing yourself a disservice with. Now, as far as the next common mistake that I'm seeing right now is tracking. So we're not tracking our numbers. We're not looking at what's actually converting. We don't know how much conversions or our numbers when it comes to, is this working when I run an ad? It's costing me $20 to run this ad, and it actually costs me, let's say, $150 to actually convert a lead. Well, if you don't have that type of information, it becomes a little bit harder for you to know what's working. So as far as tracking your numbers, it's vital, it's important. It's something that I'm very diligently looking at right now in my business, because I am, as mentioned earlier, I am spread a bit all over the board. So I'm consolidating everything into one, and I'm driving traffic from different sources. But now I have the ability to track what's converting and how much it's actually costing me for client acquisition, and also that long-term value of a client. So having those numbers is extremely important if you're going to be able to scale and be able to maximize your budget at the end of the day. You may find that you're spending $1,000 on Google ads, but that has never returned a business for it, never returned a customer, somebody that actually has used you, and that's problematic, right? So having that understanding is super powerful. And then when it comes to another common mistake of advertising is we don't have a conversion follow-up. We don't have a nurture follow-up. We're able to get either a lead, we're able to get somebody to do a trial run, but we don't have a way to retain them. We are so focused on client acquisition, but we don't focus at the task at hand. We're not focused on the client to actually convert them. We're not focused on the person that's going through our free trial. If you have a product, a service product from an online perspective, we're not looking at that individual and seeing how can I get this person from free into paid. Or if they've already purchased our product, as an example, how can we get this person to buy again? So we're increasing that lifetime value of the client. So the most expensive client that is gonna the most expensive client that you can get is a new client. If you focus on the ones that are you have right now, your clients that you have right now, your customers that you have right now, that is going to yield you a long-term benefit, because they're going to continue coming back to you. So that whole nurture, that whole understanding how you're going to actually convert them and keep those individuals in your pipeline forever, that's where the magic happens. Folks, this has been a very quick one. I wanted to hop on here and really share those mistakes that I'm seeing. There's no need in extending this any longer. I really do appreciate you coming and hanging out. If this resonated with you, a like is going to go a long way. Also encourage you to subscribe. Thanks so much, and I'll see you on the next one.